Now, next speaker is Julie, and I like to hear her, dark side from her. So let's welcome the dark side from Julie, and I is thankful for her to sharing with us. Now, Julie, be kind. Be kind. Julie.
Whole world in December 2019. Everything stopped. Business stopped. People going to the office stopped. Most of our routine stopped. A very good morning, good evening, good day to each and every one of you. During the pandemic, most of us suffer mental health. We suffer from our feeling, from our thinking, and from our environment. So when the pandemic hits us, were we kind enough to serve others? Were we kind enough to share what we have? Or were we kind enough to bring hope to others? There's so many reasons why mental health happen in our life. Today, I only share 3 causes of mental health. Number 1 is loneliness. When you were put into a 4 square room, you only see the 4 walls. The room was so quiet. You can even hear the cockroaches talking to each other. That is loneliness. The second one is depression. When you have the feeling of being rejected, the feeling of unworthy, the feeling of left out from the community, the feeling of loss of your loved one, loss of income, loss of your job. It will raise the feeling of what we call depression. And the third one is suicidal. When we have the feeling wanted to end our life, there is no hope in our life at all. We cannot even see a little hope in front of us. That is, we have the tendency of commit suicide. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, during this pandemic time, are we kind enough to serve? Are we kind enough to share what we have? Are we kind enough to share or give a little hope to the community or to the people around us? Here I would like to share my stories during the pandemic time. We went to the old folks home. We bring some food, pampers that we can share or we can give to the elderly. From a distance, we can see there's one window and there's something is moving there. Someone is peeping through the windows because there's a barricade there, we cannot enter. That is the elderly and wave at her. She is smiling and I was so happy and joyful. I wave at her again and smile. I can see the joyfulness in them. So ladies and gentlemen, what we have, we don't have to be a billionaire, we don't have to be rich in order for us to show kindness to others. We just bring the cost less than few hundreds, like giving the pampers, the food, some grocery, and you can see the smile that brings so much joy in my heart as well, because I can see that we are spreading the hope. And that moment itself, I tell myself, hey, Julie, you are the hope. And then we have a community exercise as well, where we have a food bank. Anybody or whoever have more, they wanted to share anything and everything, they can just put everything in the food bank. Be it rice that you have, or veggie that you plant, or fruits that you harvest from your backyard. You just bring everything and put in the food bank. And whoever really, the needy, or whoever really need all this help, they will go to the food bank and get what are the items that they need the most. We share what we have. And this is what I call act of kindness. You serve the elderly, you share what you have, that is act of kindness. To the community, we reach out. Some people, they are so depressed, they lost their loved one. They lost their parents, they lost their brother, their sister, or even their little child. But we give them comfort. We reach out. What are the things that we can do as a human when this pandemic hits the world? So, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to be rich. We don't have to be a billionaire to be kind to each other. Because act of kindness is when we serve with our heart and we show the hope, or we be the hope to other people. That is act of kindness. And we share or reach out those people that really need our help. That is act of kindness. So, my dear friends, have you shared your act of kindness today? Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Stop recording.